Hey, it's Ashley's Yarnies. Today I'm going to be discussing um, I'm going to be answering some more questions from Girls Ask Guys site. So there was a question on there that asked, is it a good idea to share passwords with your significant other? I said no. The reason why I say no is because I have a relative that she shared her bank password and her email password. What shall I say? Her bank PIN and her email password and her Instagram password, her Facebook password to her significant other. And as soon as they broke up, lo and behold, what happens? He goes and is it really hacking if they know if you gave them the information? I guess it's not, but it's since it's not you that's accessing your accounts. I guess it still is though. I think legally it's still classified as hacking. So yeah, he hacked all of her stuff. He deleted, and this is what hackers actually do, because I'm tired of a lot of celebrities saying that they got hacked and they just put up like silly random posts that just say some raunchy things, but nothing too out of the way, like that would get their account flagged and deleted, because that's what a hacker does. They'll do something that would destroy your account or its ability to be even up, not or its success, not oh, I just say a few raunchy things. It would be so embarrassing if I said that just regularly. Like, no, no, no. Like, oh, if you're a dude and you're a straight guy and you're like really masculine, but you're cheating on your wife or your girlfriend, and you'd be like, yeah, okay, I like wearing pink bras. It's you. We're not dumb. That was you that put that up. Okay, because how Mariah Carey got hacked. Now that's a hack. That's a hack. That's how hackers do your stuff. So anyways, he deleted a lot of her friends. Well, not blocked them. Not unfollow. Blocked them. Then she had to change her bank PIN. So that was the one thing she changed, but she's so addicted to her iPhone. He has access to her iCloud and the password on it. And his email is the backup for that account. It's just stupid. It's like, don't overly trust any significant other. Even when you're married, don't do it. Because whenever stormy days come, if ever, I know no one wants to think about, hey, we will break up. I know, but it's very possible. Breakups happen more often than people staying happily ever after. That's why fairy tales are called just that, fairy tales. And that's why a lot of us are so annoyed when we watch them, because reality just don't work that way. The prince and the princess, they went on, they got married, and now they're living happily ever after. Nothing else went wrong in their life. They wouldn't ever separate. So it's just it's best to cover your bases. To cover your bases for rainy days, or if ever something goes wrong. It's always best to be safe and not sorry. Next question. Someone asked, some Muslim guy asked on the site, would you date a Muslim guy and would you convert for him? I said, sure, why not? Because why not? I don't see, like, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I really don't see why not. When other religions come up and then they force you to go and listen to sermons and stuff, or go to church processions that last like all day, isn't it about the same? Isn't it like, oh, they telling you, well, you gotta do this to be with me. You have to deal with my religion to be with me. So how is that any different than any other religion? I just don't see the big deal. A lot of people, a lot of girls on there were saying no, and I'm just like, isn't it hypocritical to say no when a lot of you all have a significant other, or have had, may have in the future? You even have some relatives, if you're not a very religious person, that will force you to go to church, and that's annoying. I fell asleep at church before. I don't feel bad about it. I don't know what those books really saying. I feel like it's all about the same. So if he's sexy and we get along, our personalities mesh, why not? Plus, it's just less clothes for me to have to pick out, and I could just keep my hair moisturized up under the hijab. I really don't see the big deal. I think it, and if anything, it'll protect my skin more, because then I won't have to keep putting on sunscreen. I could just actually have the clothes that will protect your skin all over my body. So I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Like, there's a lot of pros to it, and so I just wouldn't see the big deal. But we have to get along and understand each other and have an open line of communication. Any romantic relationship, any relationship for that matter, that's the only way to work. So the next question is, why do people view marriage a bigger commitment compared to having a baby together? I said, this confused me as well. For women, you can die giving birth, so it is still playing with your life, and it's still a lifetime commitment to an extent. For men, after 18 years and your child becomes successful, puts you in a government-backed nursing home. Yes, homes like that exist. I know. I watched that that show with the Hassan Minhaj guy, or Hassan Minhaj. Anyways, yeah, when he said that government-backed nursing homes exist for the elderly, I was like, in which I know that was redundant, but my whole point here is how shocked I was. I'm just like, they have homes fully government-backed for elderly people? But, well, you can't get so, like, happy about it and be like, well, they're getting taken care of, because you know how things are when it's publicly funded, and there's not someone that's very passionate overseeing it and actually care about the topic at hand, then it is handled inappropriately. It's mismanaged, and that happens a lot there. So I also said, you get treated like dog poop on the bottom of someone's shoe and think, I covered that ungrateful kid up to 18. Then what? Prenups and divorce make marriage more temporary than having a baby. Most people are saying the child is not a lifetime commitment until the topic of nursing homes come up. So, and that's the truth. Like, a lot of people, they don't think they'll live to be old, don't think they'll ever get old. A lot of people my age and younger, but not all of us leave early or leave before people think it's our time to leave, when everything's on time, really. But I'm just annoyed because this is stuff like this. It's these same guys propagating this, oh, marriage is a piece of paper, and I just rather be your baby father, the father of your child. And it's like, yeah, and then these are the same guys that don't support their kids or spend time with them. And these are the same guys that when their kids get like older, grown, they want them to spend money on them and actually spend time with them. And it's like, oh, and then you'll pull the card of, don't be immature and don't be petty, okay? Be nice to me because, that's the good thing to do. And it's like, look, I'm not an angel. I don't wish to be an angel. I haven't ever held myself to such standard. I exist in a whole different dimension from said creatures. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I mean that I, in no way, shape, form, ever, will be an angel. And I know that, and I don't care. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to stress myself out to be nicer for anyone. I am, and I can only be the best I can be. I am a human. I'm not senile. I'm not delusional and thinking that I can be another creature that I was not born to be. So, whatever. But anyways, okay, so some dude said, well, a child is temporary because he said, like, after 18 years or 21 years, they're out your house, they're no headache of yours, blah, blah, blah. It's just more temporary. Whereas there's some guys that I know that, like, have to deal with women that they didn't put up on prenup, have signed a prenup before they got married. Excuse me. Okay, like, whose fault is that? And, yeah, they have to, still pay alimony 20 years plus in, and I'm just like, okay, so filing for bankruptcy isn't a thing? Because obviously they don't understand how 50 Cent do stuff. You think 50 Cent paid all the people off that he owed? Business-wise? He said, I don't even know if it was for some baby mamas too, but he said bankruptcy. But anyways, so when you're saying to me that you all cannot go and bring a lawyer up. You could go to a lawyer, get a lawyer involved, make up a prenuptial agreement. You know what I'm saying? Go and then if you didn't do the prenuptial agreement, I'm not going to say what ways you could do, but you could still file for bankruptcy. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Whatever way you find yourself there to do it, you can file for bankruptcy. So, my question here is, now for baby daddies and stuff, don't pull that because you could still go to jail for not taking care of your child if you were put on child support. But for the guy for alimony, it's not a requirement. It's not like she's not an adult and she can't get money on her own. A child can't. Okay? But I just feel like, is this the attack? It's an attack on marriages and couples that, are united officially. And thus it's an attack on full families, whole families. And that is bothersome. And everyone would like to say that it's it only pertains to certain ethnicities, but it don't. It pertains to all America. It's all Americans. This is attacking all of Americans' households. So, now I'm not saying, oh, I read the statistics, all that stuff. I'm just saying, in my opinion, how they are beating their chest about how they're so allergic to marriage. It seems like they just want an excuse to be deadbeat dads. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. So, okay. Next question. Missing someone versus missing their company. What's the difference? Well, to me, the difference is when you miss someone, you miss the highs and lows of their personality. You miss the bad times and the good times. When you miss their company, you only miss the good times and how great they made you feel during those times. You only miss the things they did that made you smile. So, the girl that asked this question, I know she saw that, but I think a lot of girls don't want to look in the mirror and be like, dang, I'm this way too. Like, yeah, there's guys that are like, you know, they suck, and they be like, yeah, I only miss this girl because what she could do for me, you know, or this woman because what she did for me, you know, she took care of me and always paid the rent and all the bills and let me drink on her children's Capri Sun while I was looking for some woman that didn't have kids but had her stuff together to live with. Anyways, but we have to be honest too, okay? This is not a lopsided fight. Women as well, we can, or a good amount of us can miss someone that we dated because of how we felt around them. Like, not even them specifically, but what they represented to us, what part of our personality they brought out of us. It was like, well, you know, he made me feel confident and like I was the one and that everybody was looking up to me. It's like, it was the feeling, it wasn't the person. Because you didn't say, well, you know, when he was sad, I would go and pat him on the back and I'd be like, it's okay. And that was just such a close time because we shared communication there. And then when I was sad, he made me feel like a boss chick, like I was ruling the world, like I was just queen. Yeah. Okay, if you, when you say you miss someone, don't have the highs and the lows, the whole storm, the storm and the calm after the storm, then yeah, you don't miss them. You miss the way they made you feel. And I'm sticking to that. I don't care. I know a lot of people will not agree with what I'm saying, but it's my opinion, and I do believe that it's truth to me. So, girls, how would you react if a guy told you, my love is only temporary? Okay. I said I would laugh and leave him alone because that's not what I'm looking for. But there are girls that I've talked to in the past that was like, I don't want to be bogged down. I want to be free. I want to hop from this guy to this guy. And no. You can't complain because this is basically what you're asking for when you say that you don't want a serious long-term relationship. So we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear, well, dang, I want her to be loyal. No, because are you practicing what you preach? Are you practicing what you seek? Are you? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And what do? We usually attract the energy we give off. We usually attract those who are like ourselves. That's the truth. So, anyways, I also said, um, honestly, if he keeps saying that to every girl he meets, then he may find a good amount of girls looking for the same deal. There's a lot of girls in this society that's free with love and get bored of love quick. So I do this a lot. I noticed I put that emoji up a lot on this site because just for anyone who gets butthurt, who gets triggered by my opinion, I just want to remind you that it's my opinion. Um, that's how I feel about it. So, I mean, eventually this guy will fight. Because the guy said that it was some guy that told him that's what he says to people. He's like, hey, I wonder how that would work. Like, that's what he says to girls. So he's like, I wonder how that would work. You'll be surprised, okay? There'll be a lot of girls that will go with that guy. But some of the girls that would go with him would be for the wrong reasons. Like, I don't know why, but there's always this, this group of girls that always want to get with a guy to change him from what he told you he is and what he believes in and how he is. So it's like they hard-headed or something, and they like being difficult, and they like to just learn the hard way that it doesn't work the way you think it's gonna work, because you think that if you force it that it'll go the way you're trying to. No, it doesn't go the way you're trying to force it to go, because he said what he said, okay? It's just something that won't change unless he changes it on his own accord. Okay, but keep fighting with him on who he is and what he's gonna do. Not me. Not me. That's just, you know, it's just delusional. So some girl put up, men are the players and women are the game. True or not? What? What? I'm not laughing at the question. I understand what she's trying to say and all that stuff, and she even explained further, and she was like, oh, I just like how it sounds that, women have control, and, it's up to them if a guy gets a chance or not, and I'm just like, okay, but how would that correlate to people that got bamboozled? How would that relate to, and it's still like how does that apply to the outlier cases, which are a lot? They're not rare cases. You have people that have money or have more money than other or whoever they get with, right? And then the other person bamboozles them and be like, I'm your dream. What do you say you like and you want it? That's me. And then they go and they flip the script and be like, oh, well, you no longer have the power anymore. I do. And guess what? That type of flipping script and taking power back does not pertain to gender. It's not specific to any gender. It's not. It's just really, it's an action based on motives and personality, which will bring up the likelihood or probability if this would most likely happen to one person, and this other person would do this to this one person more than anyone else, But it happens often, though. It happens so often that you can't say that the ball is always in the woman's court. So that's why I said no. people are the players, and love or lust, I put it in quotes. People are, I didn't put the people are, but people are the players, and love or lust is the game. Because that's the truth. So someone else asked, could you marry someone with bad parents or a dysfunctional family? Why not? You know, like, if I believe that I should get love, I'm capable of love and giving love, why would I condemn someone that has gone through a similar situation where you have a toxic family and you just don't communicate with them like that and all that stuff? Why would I think that we cannot end the generational curse together? Like, why not? Yes, it would be awesome to be a part of a family that's already together, but I'm not a lazy girl. I would, no matter what, it's like I would also go and make sure that the family that I make is a well put together family and there's peace and love there. So, like, how do you feel if someone proposed at your wedding? Upstaged. That's what I put, upstaged. But really, it would be annoying. It would be annoying because it's like, out of all the places in the world, you were like, here, your wedding, this is the place. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Because that is, no matter what, it just leaves me at, that was annoying. If you've been in a relationship for 9 years, is marriage in the cards? So the person who remained anonymous, they left their stuff anonymous when they asked this question. They said, I'm wondering, someone I know has been with her boyfriend since she was 19 and they celebrated 9 years together. Does that mean he will not marry her? She told me her boyfriend told her he didn't believe in marriage, and I don't know how to tell her she should get out of a relationship with him if he's not planning to marry her. Any opinions on this? Like, I just went over this. My opinion is that no, he's not going to marry her because that's what he said. He told her that from the beginning, it's no point of having delusions, no point of being delusional, having dreams of grandeur, trying to change him, because that's what he said he's going to do with his person. That's what he applied. That's the rule he applied to himself. So, okay, but, and I told the girl, because it seemed like she feeling like a guilty friend. She's like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, because when you do have girly friends, when I say girly friends, I mean, like, you know, a friend of mine, and we chill out together, all that stuff. Yeah. When you do have them, right, and you're just living your life, and what if you got married? You know, like, you live your life happily, and thunder clouds rain over their sky, right? Because lo and behold, it didn't go right. Lo and behold, he left her after she became 30 or 40, and it was hard for her to get pregnant, or he got her pregnant 3 times, and then he was just like, oh, you know, I want some younger chick, and yeah, that's what, you know, and it's like, and then she'll come to you, right, and you living your ass life, and she'll go and she'll be like, I don't know why you're happy, You shouldn't be happy right now because me, I'm not happy because I chose bad. I chose a risky deal that had a high chance of falling through. And so I was just like, well, why aren't you like eating a lot of ice cream with me and crying about it? And then like moping with me and I don't know, dealing with bad stuff while I'm dealing with bad stuff because crabs in a barrel and all that jazz. Like, girl, because I had a filter, because I had standards. I wasn't hard headed and tried to change someone and make them be someone they told me they're not. I didn't do like a Ariana Grande song in my head and yes, that song in my head and convince myself that no, he's something. Yeah, he's someone he's not. Like you did, girl. You remember when you did it? You remember when you were like, well, you know, he said marriage just a paper. It ain't a big deal. All this stuff, and you spoiled him like he was your husband, and you wanted to get married, but you were like, let me stifle my dreams. Let me hold myself back because you know what? He'll come around. This is you trying to change someone. Okay? So I'm not gonna feel bad for you. I'm gonna live my life, and if you're gonna be a haterade friend, some hater, and because while you was happy, you're like, I'm gonna deal with just being his girlfriend and his baby mama. That was you, remember? I said, okay, I'm happy with your choice. Be happy for me. Dang. Okay, this is why I don't have no girly friends now. When y'all are celebrating stuff and you like, oh, I'm at a good point in my life, right? I go, good for you, yay, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm not like, you know, it depends on what you like celebrate for. I'm like, yeah, you know, no matter what, I'm like, yes. If it's good for you, that it makes you happy, good job. But when I'm happy and it's something that make me happy, your behind will go and be like, oh, I want to ruin it. You try to go and decimate, undermine my progression and my relationship with my husband, my guy, because you didn't do a more solid deal. You didn't sign a more solid deal. If you don't leave me alone, could I be happy without your rain? Okay? Could I be happy without your thunder? Could I be happy without your lightning? Okay? Be happy for me. Because I was happy for you. And this is exactly why I don't have no girly friends now. They always don't know how to be happy for you when you showed them, hey, when you were going through a celebratory time in your life, I was happy for you. Like, they just act like it's like their hands broke. They can't clap. Clap for me. Be happy for me. Anyways, that concludes this session and my opinions on these questions from Girls Ask Guys site. So yeah, I'll be back with another one at another time, but yeah.